Welcome, card friends. This week we're talking about scalpers clearing out store shelves, whether sports memorabilia belongs in your living room or not, and some weird hobby confessions you probably shouldn't admit. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back, card friends. Thanks again for being here. We're your hosts.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Kev. And if you're new here, Joe and I are both lifelong friends, both tech guys by day, both dads, and of course, both diehard collectors. So we started this show for the casual collector. We're not influencers. We're not flippers. We're not the investor types. We're just here to talk cards and collecting. This is just real card conversation. We're in it for the stories, the nostalgia, the weirdness, just actual collecting conversation between two friends. And after episode 1, there was a ton of outreach, and thank you all so much for the love on socials, right? I guess there are more card friends out there than we thought, Joe.
It's unbelievable, Kevin. I mean, I knew they were out there, but just to see outpouring of support just out of the gate.
Right? Yeah. I mean, just the stories and the engagement were awesome for me. Of like, I know we talked a lot about our very first big hits and then pulls of our Pokemon, and the Charizard story seemed to land a lot. And I was kind of flooded with both DMs and comments around people that had the exact same story as us, right? And they remember their first big hit. Wasn't always a Charizard, but there was a lot of Charizard pull stories that I received as well. So just so amazing. So thank you all. And we love the engagement, guys, really. So follow us on all socials, right? At the Card Friends on all socials. Feel free to engage, DM, reach out. We love talking to you guys. So appreciate all the love so much.
Yes, sir. And if anyone finds himself in need of a friend, Card Friends, we're here, baby.
One of the things I've noticed, though, as my opening take for today is I cannot find retail product anywhere. I swear the scalpers literally just must be waiting for the delivery truck. And as soon as the delivery truck is there, they're just there to clean out the whole cabinet. Have you been to any retail stores lately? There's just no product anywhere. If you want Pokemon cards, if you want sports cards, trading cards, like it's barren in the Targets, the Walmarts, like any normal places you might pick up cards, like they're just gone. Have you seen that too?
There's it's hit or miss, right? Like more often than not, I would say at the big box retailers, you're going to have Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering. Maybe, Target, forget about it. I haven't, at least the ones near me, I haven't seen stocked shelves there in a long time. Although, I don't know if you know this or anyone out in the audience, we need to find out if there's any listeners who work at these stores. Because I think there is a set schedule of deliveries. But at Target, so they used to have the cards and stuff like up front by the registers so they could watch them like a hawk, I would imagine. They're back in the toy section now.
So I do check the toy sections as well. I have learned that as well, but that's a good tip to give to the audience. I've also seen tips on social, like to check around the whole toy section. And I've even seen a tip where you can lift up the shelves. So I didn't even know you could do this. I seriously, until I saw it on a clip or on a reel on social, you can actually lift up the bottom shelf and people actually hide stuff below those shelves.
I'd love to see it. I don't believe it.
I haven't seen it either. Okay, so I've tried, but I've not seen it.
You know what I hate to see is some savages rip through the blaster or the packs and just leave the casings right on the shelf there mostly at Target. Now that they put them back there, I've been seeing it.
I know. It's kind of sad too. I've been actually seeing that a lot. So funny you say that. And I bet other people are seeing it too, where they just open them up. They must open the cards in store and they just leave it all there to pocket the cards, right? So it's theft, which is why they used to keep them up front, to your point, because people are stealing these things too. And that's just the sad part of the sad state of the hobby, right?
It's too bad. And they'll leave, the base and stuff. And I'm always tempted to be like, what are you guys going to do with this? Like, just going to toss it or like, can I have it?
I like that.
I went up. So yeah, Walmart, right? This box was like, the thing was just obliterated, but the plastic seal was still on it. So I went up to customer service. So I said, if I buy this, any chance I could get, a discount on it? Cause look at the thing. You're not going to be able to sell it. I think he was hip. He kind of knew what was up. He felt bad for me, but he said, with these types of products, because they're not a Walmart product. I think it's like MJ Holdings or something. They can't do any type of discounts or something for damaged products. They have to send it back to the manufacturer, which is very unfortunate.
Not a bad idea to look into, hey, can I get a discount on this open box or damaged product? But I'm not shocked it's so tightly regulated because they even have like big signs up in the stores now, like limit one or two per customer. And again, you see these videos on socials of people literally like fist fighting and ripping boxes out of each other's hands. Like, we've even seen a video of like some adult taking it out of a kid's hand. It's just like complete nonsense, right? It's just kind of gross.
At Walmart, I think it was like in the peak of it, right? Like when people were wiping out shelves, waiting around for deliveries, and it was, I think, 2 products per customer, and they were like super strict. And then they had the guards at the door checking the thing, and there was this guy behind me in line. He had 2 blasters too, and we were all pumped, right? And then I went back to the car. I actually did a car rip, and the guy that was behind me, parked next to me, he didn't do a car rip. Get this. The dude freaking changed his clothes, changed his hat, put on these like reader sunglasses, I think, and went back in. It was the same guy, just different clothes. He ended up getting 4 per customer, and his name was Kev from the Card Friends.
Stop. This is me? I did this?
I have the
Oh, no. I think I did do this. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That was when I was early into it. Okay. I was very new. I was getting very addicted to cards.
You
pulled
forget
me
about
into
that?
this. I did forget about this. Yes.
Oh God.
You know, selective memory, it's called, right? Oh, man. You gotta put me on blast like that in front of the whole crew, of all of the other card friends, man. I'm turning red.
You probably still have the blasters. You probably haven't even opened them. So
I do that, man. I have this problem where because the shelves are so barren and I can't find any cards anywhere, when I do see them, I feel like I hit the jackpot and I gotta like just grab a bunch and I stock them to the point where I have like so much sealed product build up in my closet. And some of it is like last year's stuff, right? Of course I rip a lot of it. And I obviously I love that, but some of it I'm like, maybe I think I'll keep the Wemby year prisms that I have. Have you ever thought about doing that, like keeping some stuff sealed, or do you just rip it open as soon as you get it?
I don't have the willpower for that. I really don't.
I actually purchased my first display set. This is the first time I've ever had like more than a card or two displayed on my empty wall, which I'm going to fill in here very shortly. But I found this glass display case on Amazon for like $40, pretty cheap, right? Yeah, it holds 35 graded cards or one touches. Pretty sturdy. It has a lock on it in case you want to lock it up. But what do you think about people who display sports memorabilia and cards like in their home? Like, do you think that that's like a thing that is you can do, or do you do it at all?
Well, I mean, look behind me. Slam magazine framed Ant-Man dunking on Rudy Gobert, and then I've got the Drake May oversized downtown Devers Allen Ginter box topper. So I'm about it. You can have areas for like obviously the man cave, but it depends, I think.
Yeah. So you were my childhood home. Shout out Linda, my mother, who is an active listener of the show. Thank you, Mom.
What's up, Linda? Love you.
She just displayed this. It was so normal for me growing up because she used to have all this stuff on display, whether it be like autographs, jerseys, glass cases of signed baseballs, cards. Like, it was very normal for me growing up. And then, love my wife, but she's not going to allow me to put my sports memorabilia, my autographs, my helmets, baseball bats, cards in the general living spaces of my home. I sneak little things in there, like maybe like in the bathrooms and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I'd like to see it more normalized. I'm curious what the audience thinks to see if they put it on display anywhere in their homes. Bring back sports memorabilia in the house, in the common areas of the house. Bring it back. I like it for the conversational starter piece, right? Like if I had, a Jordan rookie card or like a Jordan autograph photo up in my home, and like some, my good friends my card friends at least, would stop by, take a look at it and be like, this is sick. I love Jordan. Like, it's my favorite growing up. I have this, right? Or I have this at home. I've collected this, right? So it's just, it's a friend, it's almost a friend test, right?
You've probably seen some of this somewhere, but like I love sometimes, like I'm thinking of like a portrait of Kobe, like the way that it was painted or beautiful. It was like abstract, but then it was like a silhouette of Kobe or his profile, something like that. That's beautiful. So I think that something like that could pass.
I this is probably more of like a man cave for sure, but I was at the Northeast Card Expo and I saw this like beautiful high res photo of like prime Mike Tyson, whether you love or hate the guy. He's very one of the goats, right? And so photo autographed, and then his boxing gloves. I don't know if it was like I was about to say game used, but fight used, I guess, for a lack of a better term. And it was just really, really cool photo. Like he was looking mean, auto on it, gloves there, and like to me, like that's like a piece I'd put somewhere too. But there's so many of those that are just like iconic moments that I think could be normalized in the common areas of the household.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I mean, I don't know if there's enough of a audience, but like, and I don't want to get sidetracked here, but boxing cards, like I could see Muhammad Ali, that famous pose sitting in a hallway with like a nice light on it,
Yep.
motivational stuff. Like it's good to have that stuff around.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Obviously, can play in an office setting as well, right? But I do love those ones as well.
Yeah. There was this one PR company in the Seaport. I used to go to their office because they were helping us, and this guy, he knew some artist, dude. Oh my god, paintings were unbelievable. He had Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, David Ortiz. The way that the painting, it was all textured and it looked like it was wild. I'll have to see if I can find the person online and throw a picture up on the Insta. Beautiful.
There's that Fours restaurant in and around Boston,
Yep.
and they're big on the memorabilia all over the place. It's a sports bar theme, so I guess it's a little easier to play like cool sports memorabilia off there. But they've got everything from like Jack Nicklaus used clubs, Tiger used clubs. Like it's incredible stuff there. It's really tons of autographs, bats, baseballs, all over the place. And I'm like, man, like how much is all these collectibles worth? Because there's some crazy good pieces in here. Yeah, and just some of them are paintings, like you were just describing.
Yeah, man, it's cool. I mean, this just goes to show you how expansive the hobby actually is. Like started talking about sports cards and now we're talking about murals of our favorite athletes hanging up, in restaurants and in the home.
How wide it is, but also how old it is too. Yeah, I saw this recent news headline. Some guy was cleaning out, I think, his grandmother's garage or attic or whatever it was, and he found this vintage baseball Ty Cobb baseball card from one of the cigarette packs back in the day, which I saw like even like a PSA 6, which is like a mid grade, low to mid grade, sold for $75,000. It looked like it was in good condition too, and I was like, whoa! It made me think like how many mystery cards, memorabilia are all hidden, like treasure troves are hidden out there in the wild, whether it be at relatives, attics, garages, like yard sales, like they're out there, man, for sure.
Any chance I get, I ask, people if they've dug up their old collection, and if they haven't, or if they have no interest in it, plant the seed. I'll take it, like better, one man's trash is another man's treasure, I guess they say. The amount of cards that are still out there, like I think Steph Curry's Superfractor is still out there, but that's like a modern card. But yeah, all the old cards, like the amount of Mickey Mantles that are still probably chilling in attics, it's amazing. And I don't know about you, but driving by yard sales or seeing estate sales, like usually I'm kind of like, it's not really my thing, so I'm not really chomping at the bit to pull over, but I always think about it, and I feel like you never know, right?
Seriously. And it tickles my collector funny bone for sure. Anytime I see a yard sale, I'm like,
Yeah.
what could it be? Because you hear these stories like Ty Cobb found in an attic, right? Like someone even found actually a Honus Wagner autograph in someone's old yearbook. I don't know if they went to high school with the person.
It was probably preserved pretty good then.
Yeah, that's auto. They even got it verified, certified, and everything, right? Like you can even find it something like that. Like that is a kind of the mystique and the mystery of a yard sale or an estate sale, like you said.
I would say probably like 25% of the time there's some collection of cards that the people who are running the yard sale have like zero interest in and have no idea what they're looking at.
One thing that I know though is Grandma, if you're listening, I'm coming over to help clean your attic, garage, whatever you need help with. Grandma, I'll be there in a flash because we can dig up some old memorabilia or some cards. Right?
Hey, grandparents can be card friends too. Let's get up in the attics and let's start hunting. All right, so I have a story for the community, for the card friends, for the audience. So I don't know, Kev, have you ever heard of a God Pack?
I want to say yes, but I don't think I do. What is it?
So I think it's like mostly in Pokemon, but it's just a pack that's stuffed with hits. So I don't know if it's a printing error or if, the powers that be at these companies rig it up and some packs are loaded. I recently had somewhat of God pack experience, and it was at Walgreens of all places. Walgreens, CVS, guys and girls. There's usually cards there. Check it. Behind the counter, and they'll let you go back there. It's the weirdest thing. I always ask, but they're like, "Yeah, you don't have to ask." I'm like, "Well, I don't really feel super comfortable like walking behind the register, like opening the swinging door and just hanging out back there while you're like bringing customers out." But I'm sure you've seen it, the hanger packs with like the little plastic shell, and there's two packs inside. You can see the face pack, and then there's like a mystery pack behind it, to try to get you curious, pique your interest. Except us sickos can crack the code because, like, clear as day, the side of the pack was white and red. I immediately knew it was the top series 2-pack. 2 packs for like $7.99, and retail packs, they didn't really have. I mean, I bought so many of those terrible, like CVS mystery boxes. I don't really have high expectations when I grab those. I needed a rip. And dude, I went 2 for 2 with autos on the packs. 2 packs, 2 autos.
What? 2 autos?
One was out of 25 too, numbered out of 25. Yeah, and
That's
the other one was yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, so I went back the other day, bought a couple more, and got skunked, which is more of the norm.
Yeah, I feel like you got to cash out once you get a hit like that, or when you get the quote unquote God packs, right? Like I did that when I was at Barnes and Noble. I grabbed a Prism Mega Box and I got like a Wemby base, a Wemby silver, and a Wemby cracked ice. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going back there because like I don't know what more I can get from these retail packs. Like I've got everything that I want, and that's one of the reasons why I still have them sealed up today to this day.
Shout out to Sports Card Community on Instagram. I think it was today I saw his reel. He and his community, when they were streaming, I think had a God pack experience. He had a bunch of Caitlin Clark short prints laid out, beautiful looking, tons of color, and I think they were all from one box. Same thing, man. I don't know how, do they do it on purpose? I don't know. What's your opinion? Let us know in the chat, because if they do, and we have friends in the industry who might know where these things end up, let us know.
Yeah, we're happy to rip any God packs that people will suggest or recommend.
Yes, but I mean, you can't tell, right? Unless, I don't know if they're doing LiDAR for sports card packs yet. Did you hear that people were developing some technology to look through the pack and see the cards?
Yeah. And again, this is I think just shows how crazy the hobby's getting sometimes. I've seen people weighing cards. I've seen people putting it through an MRI machine or a scanning machine to try to find the hits. Like,
wait, MRI machine?
Yeah. Yeah, like some either an X-ray or an MRI to try to find out what the hits are inside the card packs, right? Like that doesn't that just suck the fun out for you a little bit?
I mean, it's with everything. There's always bad eggs who try to cheat the system. I don't know, just got to laugh at it. But if I ever saw someone doing it like in the store, I would give them the hairy eyeball.
Well, weighing it or using one of a hand scanner machines or whatever.
Oh yeah,
too.
I'd give them a nice dirty look. And I don't even know. I doubt that's a thing. Like, what is the ink of the pen gonna, tip the scale a little bit? Like,
I think some of the thicker cards, the memorabilia cards, they weigh a little bit more. So the idea is but it is a science for Pokemon, right? Like the holos weighed more. So people with the old vintage, first edition, early Pokemon sets, they weigh them and they know. They'll even advertise when they resell that pack, it weighs this. So there's a holo.
I saw that online.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Takes the fun out of it, man. Robs is the magic of it all, right? Can't we just go back to sitting around the kitchen table or opening up packs in the car?
I remember just walking to the LCS, coming back, chilling on the ground, ripping packs.
I get this question all the time, and I'm sure you've gotten it too, Joe. I've gotten it from family members, friends, gotten it from even random people in card shops when they hear me kind of, that I'm semi-educated about cards. It's like, where do I start? What do I buy first? What do I do? How do I get into it? And I just want to let everybody know there's no right or wrong way to start your collection. I've got some good free ideas, right? Go into the attic, go into the garage, go dig up your old collection from childhood. It's a free, fun way to get back into it. That's such an easy way to do it. If there's people on YouTube, we talked about it last week, you started watching Pac-Man, people ripping and opening packs on YouTube. You can join these breaker streams without having to buy anything. You might get suckered in, so be careful. So there's ways to do it in a cheap way, right? So,
dude, it's such a great community. Some people will some YouTubers, breakers, they'll give stuff away. Another hidden spot, Goodwill online, I think.
Oh,
and it's another sneaky one that I check every once in a while. police auctions.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've actually bought a few things off police auctions before. It's all online.
Did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they sell like I've seen sports cards on there, and I'm thinking that they're the type, you know, the people that list those might not have any idea what they're doing, and so they'll just throw it up. Like, has you ever seen stories of people hitting like gems at like Goodwill in a bag that says like 5.99, and then inside that bag is like,
A Kobe rookie card or something like that. Yeah, Tom Brady rookie,
oh,
right? Yeah,
that's the
seen those.
dream, man. But that's what it's about.
That is the dream for sure.
You never know.
But I always tell people too, like, don't just walk into a store and just buy the first thing you see. You absolutely can. But I say just do a little research first because, like, whatever's left in the retail store, like, maybe not the top of the product. Like, the licensing whole situation gets a little confusing of like who's on what and what autos are in what and what hits are in what. So do a little bit of research ahead of time. And if you have questions, you can ask us at the Card Friends on all socials. Like, we're here to help you out. We're all card friends here. So if you have any questions, let us know. We're happy to help you out and guide you.
I was just thinking, Kev, like, might be able to reverse engineer how we started. And this is what I did when I started. I started with NBA hoops, Don Russ, yeah, football, basketball, tops baseball. That gets me going. That gets me fired up just thinking about that stuff.
But if you have questions, like, we're always here to help. We're all card friends, like we say, right? So ask us questions. Feel free to shoot us a DM, drop it in the comments. We're happy to help you out. Another fun monthly segment that we want to get to is something we're going to call Cardboard Confessional. It's something weird, dumb, superstitious, funny, something unique to you that you do when you're collecting cards or collectibles in general. I'll start because this is a funny one, Joe.
Okay.
Ready? Can I confess? Can I do a cardboard confession?
When was the last time you confessed?
I don't. It's a good question. This is probably my first time. This is my very first confession. But I love the smell of cards. I literally could sit there just smelling fresh, open, new pack of cards for like, it's part of the experience for me, right?
I would have to agree with you.
Is that weird? Do other people do that, or am I a weird one?
The amount of times that I've just like had a pack fresh bundle of cards in my hand and just like, I'm not going to do it because I know you'll clip it and post it. But dude, yeah, Magic the Gathering cards for me, I don't know if they like sprinkle some type of like magical whatever in there, but I can smell it right now. I feel at peace just thinking about it. I might have to go buy it back and just smell it. I don't do that with anything else though. Like there's nothing else. It's just that. Like, I'm not obsessed.
Yeah.
It's something that's different.
It is. It's like I get new clothes or something like that. I'm not just like smelling the smell of new clothes, but the smell of the smell of a new fresh open pack of cards. Like they should put that in a scented candle. I'd buy it.
I think we should just try to do that ourselves. But you know what I think it is, dude? I think it's our brains just like synapses firing the nostalgias, like, and it brings you right back.
I know. The real ones know. The real ones know.
The real ones know
about here. Let's be honest.
The real ones, right? Like we'll have to have a code thing. Drop a what should they drop in the comments if they're one of the real ones?
Drop a nostril. The nostril. Yeah, drop the nostril emoji if you're one of the real ones.
Yeah, we'll see who does it. If someone does it, I'll send you a gift pack of sports cards.
Okay. Is this a random nostril or is this the first nostril? First nostril. Kind giveaway. Mm-hmm. All right. What a card friend. What a good card friend you are.
Well, Instagram specifically. I think that's the easiest place to see it. So yeah, be on Insta. So I'm not proud of this, but I will share it. But yeah, so this was circa probably like 1998. Might have been sleepover time, with cousins or friends. So boys being boys, we were on a supermarket trip with aunts and uncle, right? And they had one of those station wagons with the seat that you could see out the back. I think it was like a Ford Taurus station wagon.
Okay.
So, yeah, I remember sitting in there and we rolled up. So back in that day, you used to be able to buy sports cards at the supermarket, at the grocery store. And my cousin and I were collecting at the time, right? Like we were young and passionate about it. So we had no money. So we were craving it. Like all we could think about, all we wanted to do. Yeah, we were in the grocery store, not following our adults around. Probably hit the old magazine section first and then went over to where the cards were. And I got roped into it. I wouldn't have done it if I was alone. Took a couple packs out, held them like under, the shelf. We did a little creep, looked around, and there was no one around. I think we were too young to realize what those like domes in the sky were, but started ripping, we went a little overboard. We were like, oh, we can't, what are we supposed to do with these now? And so my troublemaker partner in crime had the bright idea to line our waistline with the cards, so like kind of like a belt, but in the waistline.
Oh no, we're becoming a true crime podcast now.
Statute of limitations have passed, so
Okay, so you're in the clear legally. All right. Phew. All right.
and so we thought we were so slick, dude. Like just walking around. Like I was probably walking like probably looked so awkward trying to walk and not like drop these cards. We did it and we were both kitted out, had almost like all the way around. There was a touch on the shoulder. An older gentleman there said, "You boys need to come with us." He walked us up to into the office, dude. So I don't know if anyone has seen this. I'm not sure if it's still a thing, but they had like the double mirror, like, up on the wall. And I never had any idea what it was. But after that day, I knew what it was. It was the office and brought us up there. And then Aunt came in. They sat us down and they showed us the footage. We didn't even say anything. We just took him out of our waistline, put him on the on his table, and walked out with our tails tucked and was probably being dragged by the ear into the car. And dude, I'm not even kidding you. It was the most quiet ride home I've ever had to this day. It haunts me to this day how quiet it was.
That is quite the cardboard confessional. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm happy you were able to share it with the audience.
Yeah, not proud of it, but it's what happens when you're 13 and running around a grocery store on your own and you're obsessed with cards. I guess.
Oh my God. So good. Such a good story, man. But you're right. Statute of limitations is passed. I think we're in the clear now, but great content for the cardboard confession.
Yeah, don't do that at home, guys. Do not do that.
We do not condone those type of activities here in the Card Friends at all. That is not a cool card friend.
I took it for the team.
Yeah, right. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this week, Card Friends. Thank you again for joining us. Quick heads up, we want to engage more with you. Next week, we want to do a bit of a mailbag session where we answer some of your questions, react to some of your commentary. So if you have anything that you want to share with the Card Friends, drop us a comment, drop us a DM, and we're going to air it live next week. We'll engage with you more and talk more about it.
Yeah, every week we should pick one question from the audience and answer it live on the podcast.
I would love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. We'll read those on a few of them, maybe one or two of those on the next show. That's awesome. I love that idea. So again, if you're not following us already, follow us at the Card Friends on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the usual spots that you can think of. We're everywhere. And like we always say, we're all card friends here.
We're all card friends.
Catch you guys in the next one.